Yeah.
Allan, hey brother, how you doing, man?
Good. Yourself?
Good, good. Living the dream, man. Uh, Tell me, just tell everybody, what's the name of your business? How long you been in business? Where are you from?
Yeah. So we are Total Care Painting out of Minnesota, St. Cloud. We've been in business since 2022 under an official name. Started off moonlighting working for somebody else for a while, but
Yeah, absolutely, man. So, how long in that time period have you been working with us?
it's been almost a year now.
Coming up on a year. Yep.
Yep. Coming
And
up on a year here.
how was it that you originally even heard about us?
Through Luis, which is a friend that I met in a mentorship group a while back.
Okay. Okay. And what did Luis say to you?
Well, him and I were both using a different marketing guy at the time when he found you, and he was talking about how, well, just trustworthy and honest that you guys were, and how much easier it was for him to get leads through you. That guy I left that other guy immediately and went to you guys right after that. And it has definitely been a night and day difference compared to the other guy that we were both using.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And what do you feel like have been the actual main differences from one to the other?
Well, for one, if I feel like I have an issue with lead flow or anything, I give you guys a call and you answer and call me back, at least within the day. The
Yeah,
other guy, it would take quite a while. And our lead flow from the other guy with the same that we spend with you is there's a night and day difference. With you guys, we are getting way more leads, way higher quality leads. If that kind of answers that question, but
yeah, yeah. No, absolutely, it's important. And I mean, like before you had ever, I guess, signed up with us, like what was a normal month looking like for you, or as far as revenue for the business?
yeah, it was kind of slim. It wasn't anything that we could scale off of. Maybe for sales, we might close one or two jobs, which is, maybe 10 grand max in a month if we were lucky. And, this summer we closed in 1 month, we had at least 40,000 that was closed in 1 month.
Wow.
Yep.
So that was the summer working with us. This
Yep.
past summer you've been with us, and that's so really like some months even like a 30K increase that you're looking at
Oh yeah.
here in the difference there. Wow, wow, yeah. So definitely pretty significant then. Okay, how much in the past time that you've been on with us, man? If you had to put a number on it, how much total revenue would you say you've generated just since signing up with us from our efforts and everything?
Probably 200,000, give
Wow.
or take.
Yeah. Yeah, and we still have a little time to go to finish up the year because I think it was a couple more months before we even got to a year. So it's probably only been 9-10 months.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
no, that's awesome, man. And a lot of that is props to you. It's not just the marketing. The marketing is a good fuel that obviously begins the process, but you have to have other things dialed in. And we've talked about it a bunch, but you have to have the sales process dialed in, and you have to have the guys to fulfill it. You have to do good quality work. You have to maintain your reputation. Like there's still a lot of work that has to be done there. And like it's something that's why this was successful. But part of it is that the leads and the estimates and the help on that side just needs to come first so that you're able to actually go ahead and start selling these jobs. If you don't have any leads, you can't sell anything. And if you could have the best sales process in the world, but if there's no one to sell to, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
And you have the best painters in the entire world, but if you haven't sold anything because you don't have any leads, then it doesn't matter. So it was more so, I think, from talking to you and everything, I just think you had everything that it took to be a successful business owner and to scale up and to keep scaling. As far as the traits and the abilities and the drive and the work ethic, it was literally just an issue with qualified
Yep.
leads, people knowing who you were, and then just some marketing stuff. So I mean, that's also important to note here too. Is like you got to have those other factors for this to work and make sense.
Absolutely. Yep. And that was our biggest issue, was just getting the leads in the door, because we're newer to the area, so a lot of
Yeah.
people didn't know us up here. We were originally down in the cities. So we
Mhm.
were basically starting over from scratch with no brand recognition or anything here.
Yeah. And I mean, so from that point, starting from scratch, no brand recognition. And from when we first started talking, you were doing like 10K a month. Obviously you boosted it up to, close to 40K a month. And what do you feel like if you really put yourself in that time period of what you were doing day to day then, like what do you feel like is like the biggest change from then to now working with us just in your business entirely outside of just revenue?
Outside of revenue. Well, I gotta say, having all the extra leads and the jobs that are now coming in with less stress would be
Yeah.
probably number one. Number two, I've actually been able to, instead of sitting here trying to hammer it out, figure out where things are, I've been able to take time, go to my kids' football games because now our kids are getting into football, and it's good to be able to just take a break, step back, go deal with family for a while, and or come out and be out here in the nature. It's
Yeah.
great to just have that relief once you start getting stuff rolling the right way.
Yeah, and that's one of my favorite things, even just being able to help somebody with, because like money is great, but it's just a tool. And like businesses aren't jobs. People start their businesses to actually gain their freedom and their time back, and to be able to hire out their time and focus on other things. You can't do that obviously if things aren't flowing how it should. But like that's honestly the best thing that we could ever do for somebody is like, hey, I had time to go to my kid's football game. Like that's so much better than hearing anything about revenue or leads. Like it takes that to get there, but that's the real end goal of even starting a business. So just even being able to help with that at all is just awesome to hear. I love that.
Yeah.
And
The other big win, I guess, for us with you guys helping us out and getting us this far is like we had a veteran that approached us a while back, and we got to volunteer like, hey, no, we're not going to charge you nothing. We'll help you paint this place. We'll get it up to standard. That's nice to be able to give back to the community too, because you're not struggling so bad.
Yeah. That's the thing that people don't think about too, is when you've got more flow in your ways, you have the ability to be more generous and to help more other people in the community. It's like you got to put your own oxygen mask on before you put it on everybody else. And once you're taking care of yourself, you're able to take care of family at first, employees, and then friends and community, and kind of take care of more and more. Yeah. So that's awesome, man. And I mean, and like before, I guess even being with us, what was your flow of leads? Like, where were you even getting your jobs from? The handful that you were closing.
A little bit of word of mouth, and tried to run Facebook ads ourselves, which did not work out very well at all. And then Angie Lead, Thumbtack, which was an enormous waste of money, I feel like, especially with the recycled leads that were on Angie. And then, yard signs, just kind of standard marketing there, but that was it until we ended up with that other marketing guy. He was actually our first one, and so far that guy just didn't cut it.
Yeah. And a lot of people have that experience. They gotta find the right one. It takes a little bit of time, and not, you got to make sure that you know who you're getting in with and doing business with, of course. And
absolutely.
And this is kind of, important too, because like, man, our services, they're good. They help a lot of people, but it's not for everybody. And I really want to ask you, as the business owner, what stage of business do you think somebody should be in if they're actually looking to do business with us? Like if you had to say that, or like what type of painting business owner would really be a good fit, do you think, for our help?
Yeah, the stage would be kind of tough to tell, because at any point you have to take a risk on where you're spending your money. So I think any stage could do it, but they'd have to know where their money's going to be. It gets kind of tight for a second, but then it just explodes. It's well worth the investment, but it's kind of scary if you're brand new into business. So I mean, it's tough to say what stage, but it's just, sorry, what was the second part?
Well, no, just that was really it. Just like, man, if I didn't know if you had someone like, hey man, this is the stage of business I felt like I should be in. But no, that answered it right there. It's just like, hey,
I think as soon as you got your cash flow coming in, you do it, because it's a total game changer.
Yeah. How did you feel whenever, we first spoke through Luis? I know Luis obviously referred you in, and we were talking everything, but like, what was the feeling whenever you first signed up? Like, what was kind of going through your head at that very beginning when you kind of took the leap?
So when we did sign on with you guys, it's just coming up super slow season, just kind of like we're coming into now. It's that fear of, if this doesn't work, I might be out of business, because of how much more money that you're spending on marketing versus $500 or $1,000 for a bunch of signs that last you a good hunk of time or something. You're paying per month for something, and then you have your ad spend that you can adjust as you go. And I mean, it was definitely like just a fear mindset of, if this doesn't work out, hey, are we gonna make it? And yeah, we're making it.
Yeah,
So
yeah. No, you're killing it. You guys are
definitely
doing
paying
good.
out. Now I'm trying
Yeah.
to figure out how much money to spend or how much more we can.
Yeah, different problems.
Yeah.
You've upgraded to new problems now in business. You never get rid of them. You just upgrade to the new problems.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, is there, and like, as someone who's, running a successful painting business, has been for a while, you've had your lows, you've had your highs, you've tried a bunch of different things until you found stuff that's worked for you. And obviously we've gotten linked up, but like, what's a piece of advice that you would give to somebody out there who is either just starting a painting business or has been running one and is really looking to scale and grow, but just like isn't really sure what to do next, I guess, like they're not really sure what direction to go?
I think you absolutely have to find like-minded people and kind of bounce ideas off of them. I think that's another big thing that's really helped me in my business. Because I guess another one of the big struggles is you have problems that everybody else around you has no clue that you're dealing with or how to deal with them. So you have to be able to find like-minded people and be able to bounce ideas off of people and figure out what's working for other people. I think is, kind of my biggest thing that's helped besides the lead generation, is just surrounding myself with a good community of other business owners.
Yeah. Yeah. No, 100%. And yeah, that's awesome. And I think that hopefully, anybody that, watches this that was in a similar situation to you or has felt similar things or is kind of in a similar stage of their business where they are looking for help, hopefully, they can at least get something out of this, at any piece of it, and hopefully it helps them and then can kind of give them a sense of direction so that they can actually grow the business. Because it's possible. There's a lot of people doing it, but you have to take the right steps. And like you said, you got to be surrounded by the right people, looking in the right places, talking to the right people. So, and working with the right people, so, I mean, it's hopefully there's somebody out there that watches this and it kind of helps them make an informed decision on what to do next. And maybe we can help some people from it. So that's really all you can ask for.
I sure hope so. I'm the guy that hates being behind the camera, so I sure hope I can help somebody out.
No, absolutely. No, I totally get it, man. Well, Allan, I appreciate your time, brother. It really means a lot. Looking forward to everything in the future. It's been a privilege to work with you thus far. So we're going to keep on the up and up.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, no problem, man. That's what we're here for. That's what we live for. So no, I appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, thank you.